There is a country in the heart of Europe that most travelers have never visited. A country where Ottoman minarets stand beside Austro-Hungarian facades. Where emerald rivers run so clear you can count the stones on the bottom from 30 feet above. Where war-scarred walls and bullet-riddled buildings stand just streets away from some of the most vibrant cafe culture on the continent. This is Bosnia and Herzegovina, and if you haven't put it on your travel list yet, by the end of this video you absolutely will. Welcome back to WanderList, the channel that takes you to the places the world hasn't fully discovered yet. I'm your host, and today we're counting down the 10 best places to visit in Bosnia and Herzegovina. A destination so raw, so layered, and so breathtakingly beautiful that it stops even the most seasoned travelers dead in their tracks. From ancient bridge towns to hidden waterfalls, from mountain wilderness to UNESCO-listed old cities, Bosnia has it all, and almost nobody is talking about it. Let's change that. We explore the world's most underrated, overlooked, and unforgettable destinations. If that sounds like your kind of content, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Number 10, Travnik. We start our journey in Travnik, a small but deeply historic town nestled in a mountain valley in central Bosnia. Don't let its size fool you. Travnik was once the seat of the Ottoman viziers who governed Bosnia for centuries, and that legacy is carved into every stone of this town. The old bazaar here feels like you've stepped through a time portal. Narrow cobblestone streets wind between centuries-old wooden shops, and the air carries the scent of freshly baked bread and roasting coffee. Above the town, the medieval fortress of Starigrad watches over everything like a silent guardian. And from its walls, the views across the valley are simply extraordinary. Travnik is also the birthplace of Nobel Prize-winning author Ivo Andrić, whose novel, The Bridge on the Drina, gave the world one of its most powerful literary windows into Bosnian history. If you're a traveler who loves culture, history, and authenticity without the tourist crowds, Travnik is your perfect starting point. Number 9, Jajce. Moving on to number 9, we arrive at Jajce, a town so cinematic it almost looks like it was designed by a film director. Picture this: a medieval fortress sitting high on a hill, ancient catacombs beneath the city, a stunning old town with cobblestone alleys, and right in the middle of town, a waterfall. Not outside of town, in the town. The Pliva Waterfall, where the Pliva River crashes into the Vrbas River in a dramatic 17-meter drop, is one of the most photographed sights in all of the Balkans, and for good reason. But Jajce's history is just as dramatic as its landscape. This was the last seat of the medieval Bosnian kings, and it was here, in 1943, that the foundations of post-war Yugoslavia were laid in a historic wartime assembly. The town carries that weight of history with remarkable grace, and today it welcomes visitors with warm hospitality and an old-world charm that's increasingly rare in modern Europe. Number 8, Počitelj. At number 8, we have Počitelj, and if you've ever wanted to feel like you're standing inside a painting, this is the place. Počitelj is a small fortified village perched on the steep banks of the Neretva River in southern Herzegovina. It looks like a fairy tale illustration brought to life. Layered stone houses climbing the hillside, a soaring clock tower, an Ottoman mosque, and a fortress crowning the summit above it all. The town dates back to the 15th century and has been preserved in a state of remarkable authenticity. It's a protected UNESCO monument, and walking through its stone streets is an experience unlike anything else in the region. The views from the hilltop fortress down to the Neretva Valley are absolutely breathtaking, especially at golden hour, when the whole town seems to glow. Počitelj is compact, but it punches far above its weight. This is the kind of place you visit for an hour and stay for 3. Number 7, Blagaj. Just a short drive from Mostar, number 7 on our list is Blagaj, a village that hides one of the most magical sights in all of the Balkans. At the base of a towering cliff face, where the Buna River springs directly from the rock in a powerful natural surge, stands the Blagaj Tekke, a 16th century dervish monastery. The structure sits almost impossibly close to the cliff, its reflection shimmering on the crystal-clear waters below. It's the kind of scene that makes you stop talking, lower your camera, and just breathe. The source of the Buna River here is one of the largest and most powerful spring sources in Europe, and the combination of the rushing turquoise water, the vertical limestone cliff, and the centuries-old tekke creates a visual so stunning that photographs genuinely don't do it justice. You can sit in one of the riverside restaurants and eat freshly caught trout with your feet almost touching the water, watching the river churn out of the mountain just meters away. Blagaj is a short trip from Mostar, but it deserves a place on every Bosnia itinerary. Number 6, Kravice Waterfalls. At number 6, we have one of Bosnia's most spectacular natural wonders, the Kravice Waterfalls. Located in the Herzegovina region, Kravice is often compared to a miniature Niagara, but that description barely captures the magic of this place. A sweeping, horseshoe-shaped curtain of waterfalls cascades 25 meters down into a wide turquoise pool below. And in the summer months, that pool becomes one of the most refreshing swimming spots in the entire country. The contrast of the lush green vegetation, the white foaming water, and the impossibly blue-green pool below creates a color palette so vivid it looks like a screensaver. But it's completely, entirely real. Kravice is accessible, beautiful, and one of those rare places where nature just shows off completely. Come early in the morning if you can, before the summer crowds arrive, and you might just have this slice of paradise almost entirely to yourself. Number 5, Sutjeska National Park. Halfway through our list, we arrive at one of the most awe-inspiring and least visited national parks in all of Europe, Sutjeska. Sutjeska National Park in southeastern Bosnia is a world unto itself. It protects Perućica, one of the last remaining primeval forests in Europe, a relic ecosystem that has never been logged or disturbed by humans, where trees reach cathedral heights and the undergrowth is so dense it feels prehistoric. Walking through Perućica is genuinely humbling in a way that very few places on Earth can match. And then there's Kravice Waterfall, a thundering cascade that drops nearly 75 meters into a gorge below. It's one of the highest waterfalls in the Western Balkans, and the hike to reach it winds through some of the most dramatic mountain scenery you will ever witness. Sutjeska is wild, raw, and utterly magnificent. It's the kind of national park that reminds you why wilderness preservation matters, and it remains, remarkably, almost entirely off the radar of mainstream European tourism. If you love the outdoors, this is your paradise. Number 4, Konjic and the Neretva Canyon. At number 4, we travel to Konjic, a charming riverside town that serves as the gateway to one of Bosnia's most dramatic landscapes, the Neretva Canyon. Konjic itself is worth a visit for its own extraordinary gem, the Old Stone Bridge, a beautifully reconstructed Ottoman-era bridge that arches gracefully over the Neretva River. The town has a relaxed, authentic energy, with a riverside promenade that's perfect for an evening stroll. But what truly sets Konjic apart is what surrounds it. The Neretva Canyon is a sensational landscape. Sheer rock walls plunging into a roaring electric green river far below. The region is also one of Europe's premier rafting destinations, with the wild waters of the Neretva offering world-class whitewater experiences. And for those with a taste for the unusual, just outside Konjic lies Tito's Bunker, a secret underground nuclear shelter built during the Cold War. This massive labyrinthine complex, capable of housing hundreds of people, was one of Yugoslavia's most closely guarded secrets. Today, it's a fascinating and slightly eerie museum that offers a unique window into Cold War paranoia and Yugoslav history. Konjic and its surroundings deliver adventure, history, and natural beauty in equal, generous measure. Number 3, Sarajevo. We are now in the top 3, and at number 3, we have a city that deserves every superlative thrown at it. Sarajevo. The capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina is one of the most complex, layered, and emotionally resonant cities in Europe. It has been called the Jerusalem of Europe, a city where a mosque, a cathedral, a synagogue, and an Orthodox church stand within a few minutes' walk of each other, a living testament to centuries of coexistence between different faiths and cultures. Walk through Bashchar, the old Ottoman bazaar quarter, and you'll find copper craftsmen still hammering by hand in tiny workshops, coffee houses where time seems to stand still, and the scent of Bosnian cevapi drifting through the narrow lanes. Then turn a corner, and you're suddenly in the Austro-Hungarian quarter with grand European boulevards and elegant yellow-painted facades. But Sarajevo also carries deep, unhealed wounds. The city endured the longest siege of a capital city in modern warfare, nearly 4 years during the 1990s conflict. The yellow bastions, the tunnel of hope, the rose markings in the pavement where mortar shells once fell, they speak to a resilience and a suffering that the city holds with extraordinary dignity. Sarajevo is not always an easy city to visit emotionally, but it is one of the most important, most fascinating, and most human cities on Earth. It will change the way you think, and that is exactly the sign of a great destination. Number 2, Mostar. At number 2, an iconic image that has become the symbol of an entire country. Mostar. The Starry Most, the Old Bridge, soaring in a perfect stone arc over the turquoise waters of the Neretva River, is one of the most recognizable and beautiful sights in the entire Balkans. The bridge was originally built by the Ottomans in the 16th century, destroyed during the war in 1993, and painstakingly reconstructed stone by stone, reopening in 2004 as a symbol of reconciliation and rebuilding. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and quite simply, one of the most gorgeous pieces of architecture in Europe. The old city surrounding the bridge is alive with color, sound, and energy. Cobblestone streets lead you past medieval towers, craft workshops, rooftop restaurants, and the constant, joyful chaos of visitors from every corner of the world. Local divers still leap from the bridge into the cold Neretva waters below, a tradition that dates back centuries and a breathtaking spectacle to witness. Mostar is more than a destination. It's a story of destruction and rebirth, of conflict and beauty, of a place that refused to be defined by its darkest chapter. Come here at sunset, stand on the banks of the Neretva, and watch the bridge glow gold above the water. It is one of the most beautiful moments travel in Europe can offer. Number 1, the Una National Park. And at number 1 on the WanderList for Bosnia and Herzegovina, a place so staggeringly beautiful that it left our entire team speechless. Una National Park. Located in the northwestern corner of Bosnia, the Una National Park is centered on the Una River, and this river might just be the most beautiful river on Earth. Its color is genuinely unreal, a deep, luminous, almost supernatural turquoise that shifts to emerald green in the shallows and darkens to midnight blue in the deep pools. It doesn't look like water. It looks like liquid gemstone. The park is a dramatic series of waterfalls, canyons, and rapids that wind through pristine forested valleys. Strabački Buk, the park's centerpiece waterfall, is a thunderous, multi-tiered cascade that stretches nearly 25 meters high and over 100 meters wide, surrounded by dense forest and mist. Standing in front of it, you feel genuinely small in the most wonderful way. The Una is also a kayaking and rafting paradise. The wild rapids that cut through narrow canyon walls draw adventurers from across Europe. And yet, despite all of this, the park remains remarkably uncrowded, unspoiled, and unhurried. There are no massive resort complexes here, no neon signs, no tourist traps. Just the river, the forest, the waterfalls, and the silence. Una National Park is everything a traveler with a soul is looking for. It is wild and gentle at the same time. It is jaw-droppingly beautiful without even trying. And it is the #1 reason to put Bosnia and Herzegovina at the very top of your travel bucket list. So there you have it. The 10 best places to visit in Bosnia and Herzegovina, a country that has every ingredient of a world-class destination and still flies almost entirely under the radar. Whether you're drawn to Ottoman history, Austro-Hungarian architecture, medieval fortresses, pristine rivers, or cities that carry the weight of living history, Bosnia has something that will stop you in your tracks and stay with you long after you've come home. The question isn't whether Bosnia belongs on your travel list. It absolutely does. The only question is, when are you going?